I swear, that place doesn't look half bad when the lights are on. So right now I'm in Brussels and heading towards the bus station to catch my bus back to Rotterdam. For the past 2 days I've been in Vienna, so this is more like a Vienna slash Brussels slash recap memento style vlog. Let's start with Vienna. So, Vienna itself is actually a really nice trip with two of my friends, Julia and Sarah. And yeah, we had quite a bit of fun, but it really didn't have the smoothest start. So it happened back in Eindhoven airport, where as soon as we stepped out of the bus, I realized that I left my bag, including my passport, in the airport bus itself. And it already left the station. Then I frantically hopped on the Uber and got super lucky. Okay, shit, I left my passport. This is 9519. I need a 9516. Can't find the bus. Shit, it might not be in the station. Oh, what? There it goes. Oh shit. Got it. I rushed back to the airport and caught my plane after the most embarrassing moments of my life. I'm so sorry. My gate is closing. Can I go for it, please? Thank you so much. I'm sorry, my gate is closing. May I be able to go in front first? Thank you. My gate is closing. Can I be here?
You have to leave earlier.
So lucky. What's your seat number?
22.
Okay. I'm glad you're here.
Hey, I'm dying, yeah. The trip itself is actually more than fine, but I'll get into details later. Because now it's time for some Brussels sunset. I was expecting some really epic sunset, but today was way too cloudy, so it just looks like this. But anyways, I think it's good enough to get a panoramic view of the city. But going back to Vienna, and the first night we arrived actually pretty late, around 6 o'clock, but we still managed to go to a few like old churches and go through old streets, and we ended up at a robot restaurant, which is amazingly cool. Look at the footage, then you will know what I mean.
Do I need to pick it up?
Wait, what?
It's not the most convenient thing. Okay, wait. I am more technological than you. See?
You're basically trolling her.
How do you remove it? What is that?
Okay, I really can't believe this. Can someone explain to me how that was an attraction? Like, I'm not trying to shit on anything, but it's pretty disappointing up to this point. I have like 7 hours left in this place, so I better be creative. So where was I with Vienna? After the robot restaurant, once we stepped inside the metro station, we noticed a restaurant with a buffet that is like 8.5 euros. 8.5 euros with like sushi and everything. We were so excited. So naturally, we decided to go back the next day. I cannot talk about food right now. I feel like after a waffle and the hot dog, I'm just filled. To be honest, I don't know why I didn't choose to get a waffle back in Bruges and only do it here. I mean, this is really good. I'm gonna eat this in peace. Okay, that waffle was awesome. And okay, back to Vienna. So the second day of Vienna was some very typical wandering around, which was great. We went to have some killer breakfast, and then went to see the Belvedere Palace, had some really great fun at the museum, and then last went on to the cathedral and get amazing views of the whole city. So this is the Grand Palace Square of Brussels. I actually get what Jason means now. It is not as grandiose as I hope it will be. But on a side note, because I'm holding a big ass camera, so everyone is asking me to take their photos, which is fine. But I don't know, it's underwhelming here. I guess I'm gonna have lunch now. So back in Vienna, then we went to the restaurant that I talked about that's selling like 8.5 euros buffet. So we went in, and then the waiter downstairs told the three of us to go upstairs. So naturally we just went upstairs and didn't think much about it. Then we had some really average food, but we didn't really mind because it's like 8.5 euros, or so we thought. So after an hour or something, we finished our food, and then the bill came, and it was 17 euros per person. So we were shocked, and we asked what was this all about. And then their answer was this. There are actually two types of buffet, one with sushi and one without sushi. And the one with sushi is like 16 per person, and the one without is 8.5, which they should be having downstairs. But the problem is they didn't even tell us there are two options to start with, and just let it upstairs anyways. And at some point, someone from downstairs just came up and started yelling at me. And we decided not to argue with stupid people, so we just paid and left and gave them a 1-star review. It was bad, but the adventure didn't stop there. That was quite a ride. 17 euro ride. Airport transit in Europe is so expensive. Speaking of airport transit, for Brussels, I was the only one heading there out of all three of us. And then I have to leave the hostel early. And when I get to the station, I kind of realized that I ran out of cash and my PIN wasn't working. So I kind of didn't buy a ticket and just hop on board for the train. And yeah.
This might as well be my most thrilling 15 minutes of my life.
Yeah, nothing happened. And in the end, I get to arrive Brussels, and you know the rest.
Let's try this.
Hooray! Let's go.